What did Nick say about
me and SNEAKO. I haven't talked to him in a minute. He's been over there with all the Muslims. I don't get how he does it. I sometimes forget he's from New York. I see him over there in Saudi Arabia, and, they all got their shoes off, and they're running around in these robes, and it's all these Arabs from like London. And you look at him, and you're like, wait a second, this is a guy from New York City. How did he go? He went so bohemian. He went native with the Muslims.
He's right. I was actually thinking when I was sitting with Modine. Modine's a Shia, and I was in London sitting next to Warner, who's a Pakistani from LA. And Modine and his friend, who are both Iraqi Shias who live in London, and they're speaking like Jamaicans. Oi, brother, it's a mad thing. Like Iraqis in London speaking Jamaican slang with a British accent and reading hadith. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm Chinese. What am I doing here? Like, she is apparently, because Modine Shia is like, Muhammad, bro! He says the louder you yell, the more, I don't know. Funny, he had some justification for the louder you yell, the more good deeds you get. He's like, Muhammad, he's just yelling on the street. And I'm there at a shisha bar, and there's all these Arabs coming by. Oi, bruv, come on, brother. She's a lame thing, innit? And Salam alaikum, bruv. Like, what? And I'm one of them. I'm like, what am I doing here? I used to eat with chopsticks growing. I used to eat malot like a Filipino. What? It's so crazy that where the internet could take you. But yeah, like he's making jokes about Islam, and I don't get in here and crash out like Ryan and go on a coke-filled rampage and just crash my whole career. I don't need to do that. It's different observations, but we'll talk when he comes on. But Muslims don't need to wear thobes. You don't need to wear flip-flops. That's part of like Arab attire because it's hot. It's hot out there. But the biggest Muslim country in the world is Indonesia. That's where most Muslims reside in one country is in Indonesia, Southeast Asia. So there's all different Muslim land. And if you've seen Letter from Bosnia, that's a country full of white Muslims. I just did a documentary there. And you know what they dress like? They dress like anybody else in Europe. Bosnia, if you didn't look at the masjids, imagine they were invisible, you would think Bosnia is any other Western European country just without the rainbow flags and Satanists. That's what Bosnia would be. If you saw like when I prayed with Cheezer's dad, he was wearing normal clothes. He didn't have flip-flops. He didn't have any of that stuff. He doesn't speak the language, doesn't speak Arabic, and he's a Muslim. So Islam is international. Islam does not have any skin color, does not have any nationality. Islam is just
double Islam.
It's the most international faith. I love Bosnia, bro. I love Bosnia. You look like a chef. All right.
Hit the red button.